What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're in the brand new house. I'm sorry for a bit of the echo. We're going to work on that, get some things around the room. But today we are reviewing the TT eSPORTS Nemesis Switch Optical Gaming Mouse. I hope you all enjoy. So this is the latest mouse released by TT eSPORTS. It features an ergonomic design, unfortunately designed for right-handers only, as you can see, with the thumb rest at the side there, and of course these buttons at the side as well. This mouse is designed for those gamers who want to program buttons or key bindings, as there are 16 programmable keys. So let's take a little look around the mouse itself. So for me, this mouse is designed to be one of those mouses that are built to rest your palm on. So a lot of mouses either have a claw grip or a palm rest. This one has a palm rest, as the back end of it is actually higher up than the rest of the mouse, creating that natural fit within the palm. The two main clickers on the mouse also feature a convex groove on them, so your fingers fit in nice and snug. It prevents moving or shaking around, which would certainly help when you're in those high intensive gaming moments. Pull out a gun, you got someone in front of you, you want quick reaction, you definitely don't want any slip-ups. On the right-hand side of the mouse, you can see we do have a nice, sleek rubber grip. This is where your pinky will be resting and your other finger as well on the side there, so it's nice and comfortable for them. And it's also got texture to add a bit of grip onto the mouse as well, which is really, really handy. Again, adding to that support while you're gaming, so you're not slipping and making mistakes which would cause you to get killed. In-game, of course, in-game. We do have a nice free gliding mouse wheel at the front there, which you can see moves with ease, also clicks in as well. That's one of the programmable keys that you can use. We do also have another button on the top here. This can actually change between the different profiles that you set on your mouse for the different lighting and key bindings and things like that. So we'll get more into that a bit later in the video. So let's take a look at the back of the mouse here. We do have the TT eSPORTS logo. This is an RGB mouse as well. Right now I've got it set on to red, but I will show you some of the color profiles later on in the video. Moving to this side of the mouse where all of the programmable keys are. This has 8 programmable keys, but the best thing about this, and this is TT eSPORTS patent design, these can actually scroll up and down to create more macro keys. So you don't actually have to have 8 buttons on the side. You can have 6 buttons, and you can just customize it and change it around to your liking. Now, the way that these are changed around is if you turn the mouse over, you pull these levers out, it releases a locking mechanism. Now, once that mechanism is released, you are able to change these around like so, and you can change all of the rows to your preferred method. You can have a whole row up the top free. You can have 1 up the top, 3 down the bottom. It's really up to you. The customization is pretty much endless on that regard. Taking another look at the bottom, we do have Teflon feet, so promotes a really nice glide on most surfaces. So there's no need to worry about the mouse sticking to any surface that you're on, whether it be a bad mouse pad or just the desk itself. It should glide nice and freely. Now, this mouse does use Omron switches, which are rated up to 50 million clicks, so you're gonna get the most out of this mouse, and it should last you for the years to come. The mouse does feel very lightweight. I certainly wouldn't put it up there with those weightier mouses, especially that a lot of mouses these days sometimes come with weight adjustment as well that you can put in there or take out. So definitely something they probably could have implemented even a bit to the side here. I do understand that they've got to make room for their switching programmable keys in there. So I think if they did add that, that's just another feature that would have really brought this mouse up to a standard, because some people like heavy mouses, some people like lighter mouses, but that is just one minor thing in my opinion. So as I said, the Teflon feet offers superior tracking across all surfaces, plus this mouse can go up to 12,000 DPI, and it is on the fly, guys, so it can be easily changed to suit whatever DPI that you like to play with in your gaming sessions. So as you can see throughout this video, I have been touching this mouse with my fingers, and there is no fingerprints on it because this is a matte finish. So if it was a shiny finish, like a gloss, then you'd see fingerprints all over this. So It's doing pretty well so far. And keep in mind, guys, I have been using this over the past couple of weeks to actually get a feel for this mouse. So it's had quite some use and there is no fingerprints. So this mouse does have onboard memory, which means that if you wanted to take your mouse away from your computer and use it on another computer, you can change through different profiles which you have saved on this mouse's onboard memory. You have 5 different profiles that you can set, which can store lighting effects, you can store DPI and different things like that. So it is really handy if you go to, say, a mate's house with a spare computer and you want to play some games with them, you have a preferred setting that you like with your mouse, you can have that stored on board and use it straight away on the fly in game. Speaking of lighting effects, we do have 9 lighting effects which we can cycle through in the onboard software. Simply go to TT eSports website, download the software for this mouse, and you can play around with all of the lighting effects. So I'll take you guys through some now, and don't forget this is an RGB mouse. It has 16.8 million different colors. So we've come into the software. The first tab you can see is the Customize tab. We also have all of the left click, right click, all of the different mouse buttons on the top. You can view the side view and of course side view 2, which is the view you would see if you unlock the buttons and of course scroll them across. So you can set them to different key bindings and macros in this program here. You can save them as different profiles. You can see that we have 4 profiles there. You got a macros tab up the top and things like that. Best part about this, as I mentioned before, is the mouse has onboard software and onboard memory, so it does remember this if you want to take the mouse elsewhere and you don't have this program actually installed on there. So if we go into the lighting tab, you can see that we have a wave effect here. This also stores in the profile, so you can have lighting and of course macros and of course your DPI in the actual profile itself. So we're on a wave effect right now. You've got different effects. You go off, so you apply, and then obviously it all turns off there. You can have static. You can choose whatever color you want. So if we want red and we hit apply, you will see that the mouse will light up red, and then we can go down to pulse. You hit apply, that'll pulsate on and off. As you can see there, very slow. Now you can control the speed as well, turn it up and down. You can also have it pulsing as RGB as well. If we go down, you can have spectrum cycling. This will turn it into RGB and basically cycle through the different colors. Once again, choosing the different speed preset that you desire, so you can have it going fast or very slow. Personally, I like to keep it around the medium a bit more, but I don't want it too fast, otherwise it starts making you feel like you're in a disco a bit. Lots of different profiles. You can see that we've got a snake looking profile here, so basically the light will follow each other around the mouse like a snake. We move down, we've got wave, which is the one that we had on before. We've got reactive, so you hit apply there. And not sure what this one exactly does. I'm pretty sure it's like an effect when you click the button. Let me just give it a go, and it should light up. Yeah, so when you click a button, the actual LEDs on the mouse will light up. Let's go down to blink, so this will blink different colors when you apply it. And then we will check out the sound. So sound control, obviously, if you've got music, that'll go to the sound control. And then you've got system temperature. We don't need to look at that. So let's just keep that on wave for now, which is the default setting that it came with. And then we'll go into performance. This is where you adjust your DPI sensitivity. So you can go through this. It starts at 100 DPI, goes all the way to 12,000. So it's up to you what you prefer to use. As I said, go through these, save your profile. One cool thing about this mouse is you can calibrate it for any surface that you want. So if we enable the surface calibration, you can actually lift the mouse off and calibrate it with the surface that you're on. It'll pick up what it is, so it should move nice and smoothly over any surface. Really cool feature, really cool technology implemented into this mouse. So anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the review of the TT eSports Nemesis Switch Optical Gaming Mouse. This does retail for around 89 Australian dollars. which I think is a pretty good price for a mouse pack full of all those features that I mentioned before. As I did say, they could go for some weight in this, and that'll give the users the option to change around the weight to their preferred method. But for the price, I think that they have included all of the features necessary for a really good gaming mouse that is affordable as well. I hope you all enjoyed, guys. Remember to click that subscribe button if you did enjoy. Remember, we've got lots of videos on the channel, lots of custom computers, water cooling tutorials, DIY tutorials, and reviews like this one. So consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next one.